What is going on? This is Game of Legend 100 TV, and this is CLW Podcast, episode 7.
Oh,
Wait, is it episode 7? Maybe it's 7 or 8 is one of them. But we're late, and we forgot to upload last week. And unfortunately, this is probably going to be episode 7 and 8 combined. But I'm going to go through what happened last week real quick for like a quick 5 minutes. Then we go talk about what happened at SummerSlam, which was a bunch of BS and controversy. Nobody really liked it. Some people did. I enjoyed it. 2 matches. That was it. But it could have been better. But it is what it is. We got what we got. As Triple H takes over the company. So, all right. So last week, Triple H was announced as the new CEO, basically, of the WWE, which is the World Wrestling Entertainment. He is now in charge of creative, which means the matches should be interesting, just like NXT used to be. It used to be high, top quality matches, good storylines, wrestling, and less talking. So let's see if he keeps that scenario going now that he has full in charge. He has 100% authority to do what he wants now. Now it's either he gonna drop the ball and be worse, and then maybe Vince McMahon was onto something, or he can revolutionize WWE as to where it used to be and better. We'll see. Vince McMahon retires. Everybody's glad of it, but we have to. At the end of the day, we must understand that Vince McMahon has created a legendary thing for many people, for many years, for many lives, for many children. And we can't take that away from him no matter what he's going through. Like I said before, the trials and tribulations where everybody goes through cannot be judged by anybody. So it is what it is. He's out of here. But we cannot take away the greatness that he brought us. He beat out WCW, which was a huge threat to him in the 90s. And he showed us how to keep fighting no matter what if you're losing. And that's a great motivation to have to look at. So salute to him and blessed to him and shoot your endeavors. And that's that. The match of the week last week, to me, was Y2J's barbed wire match. Man, that was very intense. It was crazy. It took me back to the old Attitude Era days when it came to some violence and stuff. It could have been better, but they did what they did. It was a regular things for free. It wasn't pay per view, so it is what it is. They did what they could. So yeah, that was a good match. I gave it out of 5 out of 5. And the next thing was oh, the person that got acknowledged, or it's the person of the week was what's his name? The person that what's his name? What's his name? What's his name? Yeah, the the yeah, the person of the week that had to get some acknowledgement was Chad Gable from Alpha Academy. His promo was legendary, very legendary, very good. That means he can play a lot of characters. He's not really being acknowledged. Kind of sucks that he doesn't have no type of belt, no tag team belt, because we're getting the Usos. They're gonna have it for another 2 years. So yeah, Alpha Academy Chad Gable did a good promo last week. Want to put some acknowledgement on that. Didn't put the picture up, but unfortunately, this is for this week's. So yeah, that was last week's review. Quick review. Now we're gonna go through this week's review for wrestling. SummerSlam 2022. Now, we're going to go through the Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair match first. Now, what did you think about the match?
again, I didn't see the full match, but just thinking about it, I'm just thinking, how did this work out? So, were they a tag team or were they going against each
No, they was going against each other. Ah, so we had a lot of things to talk about this week. That's a lot of pictures I can't even put up on the screens. There's so much things happen. but we're gonna talk about it. So yeah, basically one-on-one match. Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair was like probably like wasn't the best match. The best match they had was at WrestleMania to me. So I gave this match a 3 out of 5. I like the live WrestleMania matches a 5 out of 5. I don't think they should have even won against each other anymore. But this is the closeout match, the final match. That was it. This is it. So they moving on. Surprise guest came, an unsigned wrestler, and a wrestler returned after the match. Eventually, obviously, you know already, Bianca Belair kept the belt as I thought she would. And after the match, a return came. Bailey shows up. What do you think of Bailey's return?
So, Bailey's return was probably the best return ever. I cannot wait to see a match Bailey probably against Bianca Belair, cause then I get to take off the belt from Bianca Belair and put it onto Bailey.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. But she came with a few guests. I don't really remember the other names, but Dakota, I think, Dakota Kai, I think,
Oh yeah, I have her. I
the,
have her.
the Dakota Kai has returned with Bailey and another person. I forgot her name, but y'all know who the wrestlers are. But by now, as you see other reviews, yeah. So they did a. They was about to do a like a little. I thought they was gonna turn this into a tag team match. That would have been good. See that would have been so good, but I don't think Bailey's even ready to wrestle yet. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen tonight on Raw. Is she ready to wrestle or is this just a return? So we're gonna see if she getting some physical altercations tonight, as she was face to face with Bianca Belair and Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch came into my side. This is her face turn, meaning she turned good now, and she was gonna help and be by the side of Bianca Belair in case something popped off. So my review of the match was a 3 out of 5. And to me, I think it's going to be interesting to see now is the tag team belts going to come back, or is the tag team belts still going to be like it didn't exist ever exist? We're going to find out. We're going to see tonight as we're recording this on a Monday afternoon. So that'd be good. You know that make the former tag team Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch. That'd be a good tag team, and Dakota Kai and Bailey. That'd be a good match if they're able to wrestle. I don't think Bailey's ready yet, but we will see if she's ready. So moving on. That was that. Moving on to the next match review, as the last match review of Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair was 3 out of 5. I like the WrestleMania match better. So the controversial match in the night. I
This
get
one right here, don't even get ready. This next match gets a 0. There's no out of 10. There's no out of nothing. This match just basically just gets a 0 out of 0. That's it.
and why does it get a 0 out of 0?
I'm crushing this cover now. That's how mad I am. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan taps out. Stupid dumb referee didn't see it. As you can see that picture right there, that's what the referee gets. I mean, honestly, if I was in that match and a person tapped out to my move and the referee didn't see that, the referee would be in let's see, a more difficult situation than that. Honestly, if what do I even gotta say? Honestly, that referee right there honestly got what he deserved. There's no talking up with that. The fact that no. The part that gets me really upset, she tapped out on 3 and he was still counting. She went like this. As soon as they got to 3, he was going 1, 2. She went like this, and then he said, "Oh, ring the bell, ring the bell." That makes no sense at all. She tapped out on 3. That means Ronda Rousey should be women's WrestleMania women's champion right now. But no. And I know this is probably Triple H's fault. So no. So no. Yeah, she's not women's champion. And honestly, this is probably Triple H's fault. So probably when WrestleMania comes back, we will probably see Triple H come out and Ronda Rousey will probably do what she did last year to Triple H again. Do her move on Triple H. And honestly, if she does, that's what Triple H is gets. And you got to be honest. If a referee did a word that I cannot say to you, what? What? You can't tell me you would not do that. That's what he gets. And that's what he that right there. That's what he gets. And Liv Morgan honestly got what she deserved. This plain period. That she got what she deserved. Tapping out and she I can't even say anything. That's how mad I am about this. Okay, so she tapped out the weakest thing she could do ever. So she didn't even win fairly. The referee won for her. So it's not even like she won the match. The referee won at this point. The referee won. Liv Morgan did not win. I'm going to say that. Liv Morgan did not win. Liv Morgan did not win. The referee won because the referee is dumb and referees are stupid. And this happened so many times back in the day, especially the same situation happened with this. But no, it was all Vince McMahon. Now what you gotta say about Triple H? Now what do you have to say about Triple H? Triple H is following in Vince McMahon's footsteps when it comes to this. And this is stupid, and this is something that I cannot say for my age, but this right here is stupid. That match should not even exist. The fact that y'all not even giving Ronda Rousey a chance, bro. The fact that y'all not even giving Ronda Rousey a chance, and she made history for WWE. But no, like this match is stupid. I don't even care. I'm starting not even to like Liv Morgan. I'm like, oh, okay, she got her success, but now she's tapping out with a referee and not even seeing that. That's stupid. And that match is dumb. I'm starting to get really mad about Liv Morgan. I'm starting not even to like her, and the fact that she's on she's on social media flexing that she's winning and doing all this, even though she tapped out to a move and the referee didn't see it. This makes no sense. She tapped out on three. She tapped out on three. As soon as he got to three, she tapped out, and the referee didn't see it. The referee didn't see it. She tapped out on the shoe like this. Oh, but the referee eyes are only on the mat. On the mat. His eyes, as a referee, your eyes should be everywhere, not only on the mat. They should be everywhere as a point of the referee. So if a guy's leg is on the rope and your thing is only on the mat, then that person who's pinning them is going to win. And this situation happened before. I'm done talking.
Well, that was a nice little rant. Some nice little rant. But like I said before, the usual with Ronda Rousey. It's the usual. As we see what happened at WrestleMania and all these other things and Money in the Bank. She's a loser. She's a loser. I've told you this. Ronda Rousey cannot win on her own. She needs help. Every time she has the opportunity to win a match, she does some things that messes her up. I keep telling you this. Ronda Rousey is never going to be able to win unless she turns bad and cheats. That's what it's leading up to. You see how I like how aggressive she was after the match, though. She took out the referees like she should have. That's how she's supposed to be. That's a good thing. Take out the referees, take out everybody, be aggressive, be more aggressive. Because if she was more aggressive at the character she should, the match would have been over in 2 minutes. What are you doing? Why are you playing around with Liv Morgan? Why are you letting her do all this stuff to you? Break her arm, dislocate it, put her in a chokehold. Soon as the match ring the bell, soon as the bell rung, I'm like, okay, you're wrestling. You're letting do this. Okay, what's going on? What's the hold up? What are you doing? Like, come on. Yeah, so I'm like, I'm trying to tell people Ronda Rousey's character just needs a little bit of adjustments. She needs to be more aggressive as in the match as she was. She needs to be like that with the referee when she don't get her way. She needs to throw temper tantrums more and get things done, man. Like get your belt back and let it, be held, you know, until the greatest comes back, you know. No, but we already know what they're setting up for. If they're gonna let Liv Morgan keep this belt until Royal Rumble, who's gonna win the Royal Rumble? Women's Royal Rumble. Who's gonna win the Women's Royal Rumble?
I feel like it's Bailey. I think.
I honestly feel like Bailey might be able to win the belt before then because we're at August SummerSlam. Maybe by December, she'll or Survivor Series. She'll have a way to get the belt because it's not like the belts are combined. You know, the women's belt for SmackDown is not combined with the Raws belt yet, so she has a choice. Anybody who wins the Royal Rumble has a choice. So either she'll go for the best bet she has, honestly, is to go for Liv Morgan because Bianca Belair. I don't know, man. I don't think Bailey could be Bianca Belair. I just don't. I just don't know, man.
Alright.
I know. So I just don't know. Yeah, so if they come out, last, Bailey comes out last with the Royal Rumble of 2022, I mean 2023, um, she'll probably go after the SmackDown's belt. But right now, it appears to me that she's on Raw. We don't have an official show for Dakota the Kai because she ain't signed no contract yet. But eventually, she'll probably be on Raw. So big ups for Triple H bringing back Bailey, Dakota Kai, and you gotta give it to Triple H for that, right? Because they won, they came back. Vince McMahon didn't want them back. You know, you gotta give more than that. Yeah, okay. She don't want to give you your props. Just keep continuing doing a good job for the women's division, like you're bound to do and always did. So he saved the women's division, Triple H, NXT. All these wrestlers from NXT. You know, so any other last words we're gonna give Ronda Rousey's match before we move on? I don't think we.
All I gotta say about Ronda Rousey's match is it was bad. The match was not good at all. It was bad. The match was not good at all. I, I'm sorry, Ronda Rousey, but to be honest, it wasn't that entertaining. Mm. It wasn't entertaining. It wasn't giving that. It wasn't like giving that energy that she used to give when it was her and Kurt Angle versus Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. It's not giving that energy anymore when she surprised the world by picking up Triple H and doing a slam on him. It's not giving that energy anymore. Well, honestly, the only thing I have to say about Triple H is now that he's working for CEO of WWE, I can say now it might be easier to get into, WWE since Vince McMahon since Vince McMahon might, like tell you to get out just by looking at you. So now it might be a little easier to like get into WWE and like do a tryout and with the
Before we move on to
Mm.
We're gonna get the microphones thing checked work right because we got the mics right here. It's just not connecting right. I don't understand. Maybe I have to get a splitter or something. I'm trying to attach it. It's not attached, but we're gonna get it right. Hopefully by next week. But yeah. So yeah. Before we go move on to Edge, there was WWE tryouts this week,
Oh yeah, I saw them online.
and a lot of suspect ones, a lot of people just playing around, not really taking it serious. A lot of ones was okay, and one of them was Dwight Howard. That was a interesting segment he did. It was okay. Maybe one day, maybe they should move the tryouts to New York.
Yeah.
That'll be better. You should do like have like a kid tryout. You know, something for the kids to do like once a year, every summer, especially in the summer for the kids. Or do like something for like each state. Have somebody for each state, each day. You know, this week here we're gonna come in. This week there we're gonna come in. Like through the whole summer. Have like summer tryouts through the whole summer for the kids. If you don't have it already, that's the idea. I just do at you. So yeah, trials this week. Interesting a little bit. Last week I didn't get to mention either. Before we move on to Edge, Bianca Belair and Jade from AEW was at a NASCAR event. That was interesting to see. They bumped heads. Now that'd be a dream match if AEW and WWE ever go against each other. Now, it ain't no telling what Triple H could do now because he's cool with Japan. So you know what I'm saying? He had Japan events when it came to NXT. So he's cool with Japan. Now he's not gonna be afraid to have his wrestlers lose if they have to lose. But he's definitely not gonna want them to lose when his business is business. So hopefully we get you know, some cross paths, invasions, something like it. Like this make wrestling interesting to look at again. That'd be interesting. We already have the call outs. We already mentioned other people's names. So let's stop the talking and get the action going finally. All right, moving on from the first episode of CLW podcast, Certified Legends Wrestling. We were talking about Edge.
Man.
Seems like a long time ago. It seems like a long time ago. We was mentioning Edge, how when you first made the character from the Judging Day, it was official, it was fire. It was like, oh my gosh, he did it. He changed his character again. He knows how to change his character the right way at the right time. The rated R superstar. The Edge. Come on. He knows how to change his character up at the right time. The King of the Ring. Now he was with Judgment Day, the leader. Fire. He had the little Undertaker feel. He's with the brew. He's with the ministry. So he could get away with that. He has that little bloodline in that as well. He could get away with it. So I was very impressed. And then, what happens when he gets on to recruiting more people? What does he do? What does he do? Let's. I'm gonna let you finish it off and say, what does he do to ruin his character? What does he do? I'll let you talk about it before I continue.
Hmm. Let's see. He he messed he messed up his hair, man. But now looking at him, it no, there's not even words for him. That's how fire he looks right now. Cause now it just seems like he's going. Now it just seems like he's back to Edge. He's back to his regular self, as you can see in this picture. Cause this looks like Edge. Before, oh god. it was before it was okay, but it wasn't bad. But I don't know how he got to this. uh, um. Well, it seems like it seems like this took a long time to do because he literally had to be gone for like a whole month or two. So obviously, he had to build up a new character, and hopefully, he would get payback on Judgment Day. Because if y'all have Twitter or whatever, you can see Rhea Ripley's thing cover of her page is her suffering Edge. So hopefully, for his comeback, for his Twitter page, he would probably put him and saying he would probably put something about Rhea Ripley. I'm hoping he would probably put like I'm back or something, and like saying like watch out for Judgment Day. Cause if y'all know Edge can probably take down the whole Judgment Day. Who knows? He might even team up with Liv Morgan. Who knows? Or Ronda Rousey. That will be actually a good tag team match. Ronda Rousey and Edge versus Judgment Day and Rhea Ripley. Hmm.
That would be interesting. That would be very interesting. Now, I was trying to find a photo of Edge that we can see and compare it, but I guess we could do that next time. But like I said, when he cut his hair the first time, right? I'm like, it doesn't look right because he should have done it when he introduced us to this new character. I'm like, okay, he made the character look a little soft compared to the wild beast Undertaker look he had with the long hair. So each week he started to look even more crazier and crazier and crazier. Comes out with this substitute teacher suit. I'm like, oh no, hold on. So I'm out. You got Rhea Ripley looking aggressive, more scarier. You got come on. You got Damien. You got Damien looking crazy. They both looking at you like time to get this man out of here. He's losing his power. Basically what they were saying, then they turned on him. Then finally, they got this man to come in there. So like that was that. They did him dirty, kicked him out the group. Now, as we can see, Edge now, it's incredible. His interest is incredible. He looks aggressive, looks mean. Nice way to have your hair. That's exactly the way he was supposed to cut it, not the way he had it like he wanted to be Rhea Ripley. I'm like, nah, that's not working, man. That's not working. Like he looked at Rhea Ripley like I want that. Nah, that's how you supposed to be cutting it. That's how it's supposed to look. It's official. Looks good. The leather red jacket, nice. Keep that look going. Don't get out of that look. We don't want that. If you want to form your own group, stay like that. Forget the suits now. No more suits. Straight up aggressive edge 2.0. So good, nice work, nice comeback, nice everything because it was looking bad for Edge, man. I'm like, that's how Edge is gonna go out. That's how the King of the Ring is gonna go out. Edge, the legendary Edge, the radar superstar Edge, one of the greatest tag teams of all time, Edge and Christian. That's how he gonna go out? Nah. I'm glad he realized his character needed more adjustments, which was thanks to us. Maybe he has some influence on it. And yeah, congratulations WWE and congratulations Edge for coming back the way you're supposed to be. Hopefully, you take out the Judgment Day, take out the group you started, and move on. Good job. Now,
Oh,
the main event. The main event. It's a lot. It's a lot to say about this main event, man, because it's very questionable. Very questionable. First of all, before we go to the main event, let's talk about this tag team match.
oh,
Usos versus Prime Time. They want the smoke. You know, I don't have the picture up, but I think it's over. I think the tag team is over. I think it's gonna be no more of that tag team. I think tonight's gonna be the night they break up the team. I think it's gonna be a Shawn Michaels and Martin Jannetty moment. We everybody's saying Montez Ford is the one that's gonna be the superstar out of the group. So my thing is, if they're gonna break them up cleanly, meaning they shake hands and go their separate ways, or if you're gonna turn Montez Ford heel, this is the moment you do it, and this is the moment you do a Shawn Michaels and Martin Jannetty situation, a barbershop. But they both getting their haircuts, getting their waves going. They get interviewed. You know, they can make it unique. They can make it fire. They can make it fire. They could really make it fire if they really wanted to. But that's how I would do it. Since everybody's talking about he's the Shawn Michaels, he's the Martin Jannetty of the group, make another situation like it, like reimagine it in a different way though. That's especially if it's going to be TV 14 tonight, which is controversial as well. But we're going to see if they're going to be on it. We're going to see the rating when it comes on tonight on Raw. And yeah, that's that. I think it should be a Martin Jannetty Shawn Michaels situation. He super kicks or throw his face through something, maybe the mirror or something, busts him open, and his character should be revolutionized. As he is an incredible athlete, incredible superstar. Both of them are actually, but the shine is really on Montez Ford. So hopefully they both get their good singles run going on. Montez do his thing, his tag team partner does his thing too. And that's that. It was a controversial situation because they should have won the belts last pay-per-view. This pay-per-view, they failed. It was just no cheating, straight up their fault. They lost. No more rematches, no more opportunities. It's over. It's game over. So that's that. Before I talk about anything else, you have anything to say about anything else? Because this situation with this main event is going to be long. So let me know if you have anything to talk about, anything else to say.
I have something. This is actually a question. Just by looking at this right here, I just gotta say something that might be accurate. Did anybody die here in this? What's going on with this? What's happening? Is anybody okay? Like all I see, I saw I saw a clip of it on WWE's YouTube channel. Like, oh my god, how how is he still alive? How is Roman Reigns especially still alive? Like, you have to have the most strength in the world to be able to do that. Yeah, like, uh, there's not even a word for this, but you said Roman Reigns won, right?
Yeah. Now, when it comes to this match, I am very, I don't know if I should say disappointed because it was a crazy, crazy match. Probably one of the best matches they had. It was probably one of the best matches they had, and it was shocked me. I thought it was gonna be another snooze fest, Another boring Reigns Brock Lesnar match, but it was entertaining, very entertaining from start to almost to finish. The finish was whack to me because I think Roman Reigns should have been a this should have been a match to solidify as to why he is the one. And it didn't really solidify as to why he's the one because he had helped. He had help from Austin Theory, which is really controversial in itself. Austin Theory interfered, which I thought he was going to win a United States Championship, and I thought he was going to win both of these undisputed championship belts, which I think probably things was changed, and we know why. But I also think the Usos shouldn't interfere. They interfered in the match.
Of course.
Interfered, super kick, boom, boom, boom. Brock Lesnar getting hit left and right. He's still destroying all of them, taking them out. F5, Austin Theory on a Money in the Bank briefcase. Takes out the Usos, close on the Usos, takes them out, and Roman Reigns comes back, spears him. First of all, this ring got like that because of the tractor. And I think Brock Lesnar is also capable of doing that on his own. He's capable of doing that to the ring on his own. Now, they said they had some problems doing it, but they did the best they could with lifting the ring. It was supposed to be all the way upside down, but they couldn't do it. It's kind of hard, but they did what they did. It was kind of that was kind of different. It was something different to see, not to break the ring, his usual break ring. We've seen that 2 times already, 3 times probably. So that was different. They did that to the ring, tore it up. And what's not different is having Roman Reigns getting help from people that he doesn't really need help from. I think he's capable of taking Brock Lesnar on one at this point. Maybe the first few times they went against each other, they wasn't capable of doing it. But now, I think as he grew and became more of the one wrestler, he's capable of going on against Brock Lesnar. But unfortunately, it was a letdown. The ending. Usos helped him. They buried him alive. They buried Brock Lesnar alive through the tables, through chairs, through debris from the ring. They buried him alive. And the noticeable highlight of the week to me, I'm gonna give it to Michael Cole. Because Michael Cole brought out the match just like Jim Ross used to do. It gave that old school feeling like, oh my gosh, is he dead? Oh my gosh, is he hurt? That was a good thing. So I give the person of the week goes to Michael Cole this week. So big ups to Michael Cole being so in tune into the match. And yeah, when it came to this match, I thought Brock Lesnar was going to win. He deserved to win. He was tearing up Roman Reigns. Then he had interference. Didn't really ruin the match. So, yeah, I ain't saying ruin the match, but Roman Reigns winning the match ruins it because it doesn't make him strong. It just makes him feel like he just has the bubble because he has hope. And I think this should have been the match for him to be like, I'm unstoppable. Nobody can touch me now. Now he's very vulnerable because he had help keeping his belt from Brock Lesnar, which he was going to lose. And that's when it comes to that. I think they should have done a better ending. I think they should have gave the opportunity to have Austin Theory win the belt if they was going to do all that. And then the next event, maybe have him going against have a three-way rematch at Clash of the Champions. Maybe somebody wins, and then that's how you throw off Austin Theory. You have him keep challenging for the belt, and whatever you want to do with him, you're doing. But I guess it's a good thing he still has the Money in the Bank belt. It didn't count, so that's a good thing. The belt in the ring. So, but then it become a triple threat match. So that's a good thing. So that was that. That was the this week's review. AEW was okay this week. WWE was there's stuff that's leading to SummerSlam, which is the episode we're doing now. Just leading up to it. It wasn't that spectacular happening. So what do you expect from the newcomers coming, Bailey and Dakota Kai? What do you expect from them now as they are brought back?
Hmm. I actually expect a lot from them because I feel like all the people who like sneak attacked Bailey and like hit Bailey like with a briefcase. I feel like especially the people she lost championships to, I feel like she's gonna get payback on them, especially when it comes to Bianca Belair. Cause her and Bianca Belair had some tiny, tiny beef in WWE, where I think it was between the women's champion or it was in Money in the Bank. I can't remember, but all I know is that they had a little difficulties, and certainly when it came to that match, I don't remember who won, but I think it was Bianca Belair who won. If it was, then that is just stupid because Bailey deserves to win 100% because she came from this little happy child that you think whenever that you think, oh, that can't do anything, and then one day she turns in, she's stabbing the things and has this whole new theme. So I feel like that will actually be good, especially if WWE makes a tag team match with them versus Dakota and Bailey. But they gotta bring the tag team titles back, man.
And
Like,
what do you think about do you think Sasha Banks and Naomi coming back with the belts?
huh, Sasha Banks and Naomi. Okay, I'm gonna say this clearly because I've been researching a lot. There is no chance that Sasha Banks is coming back. There's probably bec- because there's probably a chance that Naomi will come back, but there is no chance in the world ever that Sasha Banks will be coming back. So y'all stop thinking that because there is no chance in the world that she will come back. It's not even like WWE won't let her back. That's another reason too. But it's not that. It's that she herself doesn't even want to come back. She herself did this for a reason, and she's sticking with that reason till this day because as she said before, she felt like they wasn't respected as tag team champions anymore. And the same thing could be happening to Natalia, but the other way around. If you guys think of it, Natalia hasn't been champion in a long time. The only champion she got was when she, I think, was with Tamina in the tag team titles. Other than that, she hasn't been women's championship in a long time. The last time she was women's championship is when freaking they had the Divas title. When they had the Divas title, and that was way back then. And she didn't even keep it for a long time. So that also makes no sense. And another thing is, yeah, man, y'all is doing Natalia so wrong. I can't even say nothing. Natalia deserves a chance. That's all I'm gonna say. She deserves a title shot. She had a title shot, but y'all just wanted to make a whole new storyline with this whole Ronda Rousey and Liv Morgan thing. So she didn't win that when there was a good chance that she could have won that. So obviously she got to walk off. Obviously she walked off because she said that she wasn't mad at Liv Morgan. She wasn't mad at Liv Morgan. She was mad probably at the freaking storyline because if you think about it, she could have won that match. If she won that match, she would have been doing more challenges. But now you barely even see Natalia. You barely even see her because all of these tag team things and all of these women championships. Where's Natalia? People barely even know her anymore. People don't even realize what she does anymore because people used to be cheering when she would do. People used to be cheering when she used to do the sharpshooter. Now it's just like people are just like sitting there like this. That is just messed up. Obviously, if people are sitting there like this, make a new move out of it. Don't just let her do the same moves over and over again. Because if she's doing the same moves over and over again, obviously she's not gonna have a title shot, and that's obviously stupid. Because she should have a title shot. How hard she's been working, and all the people that are here now, she has been here longer than anybody, any of the new divas in this company. But no, y'all won't give her a title shot. The last time she had a title shot, again, was when it was Diva Champion. She didn't even keep it for a day because stupid Vince McMahon wanted to give it to that stupid AJ Lee. Like, come on, man. I don't even know why AJ Lee was in the company. Why was she even there? That her move is stupid. You can easily get out of it. Again, but stupid Vince McMahon wanted to make it seem like it was so hard. You can easily get out of that move just by going like this or doing or turning it into a roll up. That move is so easy to get out of. But no, Vince McMahon wanted to make it like so powerful. But I don't even understand why was she even there? There was no point of her being there. I don't even know why was she even there in the first place. Why was she there? She wasn't doing anything. She was so stupid. The whole reason why she was winning was because of Tamina. The whole freaking point why she was even winning and staying with the Divas champion was because of Tamina. If y'all didn't notice that, Tamina will help her win her freaking matches. So that makes no perfect sense at all. Why was she even there? Man, that's just stupid. Why was she even in the company? That makes no sense at all. She and first of all, she got in the company to just leave like that. She got in the company just to go run off with CM Punk. Like, how does that make any sense at all? How do you go into the company, make history to the point where you can be in a Hall of Fame to go run off with CM Punk, a person who is makes good history, but from the past matches, I'm not gonna say anything.
You think Paul has been having good matches?
He has good matches, but he talks about too much personal stuff that shouldn't be brought in the ring. So, just like how Vince McMahon says, and this is Vince McMahon's quote, keep the personal stuff at home and do like your stuff in the ring. Well, stupid Vince McMahon wanted to keep the personal stuff in the ring, which, as y'all know what I'm talking about, when I'm talking about personal stuff, when it was with the storyline with him and Jeff Hardy, man, that storyline was that story that storyline was the dumbest thing ever. Don't bring up that kind of stuff. Don't bring up personal stuff. I can see if you bring up personal stuff. That kind of stuff, man. That kind of stuff should not be brought up in a ring. Period. That's just dumb. And the fact that this man was supporting it, he wouldn't even stop because he kept on going. He kept on going and going and going. He would not stop. Every single day, he would remind Jeff Hardy of what he did. Who wants to be reminded of that? That's just stupid. Like, I can honestly see why him and AJ Lee are married. They're perfect. That's just so dumb. That is so dumb. I can see why y'all even together. Y'all both cheating matches. Y'all can't even win a belt by yourself. Both of y'all bring up too much personal stuff. Both of y'all talk about stuff that should not be talked about in the ring.
So you talking about CM Punk when he was at WWE?
Yeah.
Because CM Punk now in AEW, it's kind of good. But I think leading towards what you're saying now is kind of interesting because I think he's gonna turn back into that person. He has to because the run he's on in AEW is kind of stale right now. I think he's kind of a little bit injured too as well. So when he comes back, he's gonna have to do that. He's gonna have to do that. That's what makes it powerful.
You gotta be honest. No one, I don't even care what anybody says about my opinion, because you have to be honest. Personal stuff, not even personal stuff, stuff like that should not be brought up in a ring, period. No one wants to be reminded of when they got arrested. No one wants to be reminded of the bad things they did. No one wants to be reminded of that. But stupid CM Punk wanted to remind Jeff Hardy of that, and that's just bad, man. Cause it took to the point where this storyline wasn't even just a storyline. It took to the point where it was getting real. It was really real. Went to the point when Jeff Hardy was posting videos about CM Punk, how he made how he made him a superstar, and honestly, I still don't get why WWE is not giving Natalia a chance. Do you think Natalia deserves a chance?
It's
Mhm.
crazy, bro. I just fix the camera the way it's supposed to be. Um, Now the camera is supposed how it's supposed to be. It's not like wavy, wavy, wavy. It's like that, like it's looking low, like supposed to. But I think her time has passed. I think she knows her place, and WWE has told her her place by now. And if they have other belts, like I said before, they need to make other belts because if they make other belts, it'll be a perfect opportunity for her to have like an intercontinental belt. You know, they had a tag team belt on, but I don't understand what happened with that. They need to bring those tag team belts back because they need more champions out here. You got a little, you got this. Where's this other? What's her name? It was this other MMA girl that was nice, not breaking people's elbows, but she like attacked their elbow. She stomps on it.
Shayna Baszler.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, what's up with her? I think she could beat Ronda Rousey. That'd be a good match if she can beat her. But they both MMA style. They both dangerous in the ring. What is the feud? What is going on? Triple H, you got the ball now. You can make that happen. Get Ronda that belt back, and either she interferes the next time Ronda Rousey goes against Liv Morgan, and she helps Liv Morgan win. That's how you get them to fight against each other. But other than that, she's stranded. Where is she at? She's not injured. Like, come on, she's a good wrestler. That's the person that needs the belt. She's a good wrestler. There's nothing wrong with her. You had the tag team belts for a long time. Well, Nia Jax, I understand. It's her time to rest, but she's a good wrestler. That's why she was tag team champions for a long time. But I think she deserves the belt. And when it comes, like I said, when it comes to Natalia, it's like I think she knows her time has passed. I think she understands her position, and if the opportunity comes, it comes. If it don't, it don't. But like I said, there's too much traffic onto one belt. This is why you need at least three belts. They was doing a good job with the tag team championship belt, and they just need one more belt that be underneath the heavyweight. Like it's kind of like they got for the men's division. You need three belts, so people won't get stranded into the roster, lost in the sand. You know, so that's my opinion on that. I think Natalia knows her place, but when the opportunity arises, it comes, she'll take it. When it's not coming, she knows what it is. She had her time back in the days. She should have been multiple time champion, as she's a well, phenomenal wrestler. But yeah, she knows her place at this point. She knows there's younger wrestlers now. She knows her place. She's still a good wrestler though. That's why she gets the chance and opportunity to wrestle the type of wrestler she's still wrestling. She's not at NXT. She's not, main event. She ain't on the pro. She's on an official program, which is Raw or SmackDown. So that's still a good thing for how long she's been in it. She's been in a long time. So that's a good thing as well. So we need to recognize that as well in her position and knowing who she is. They recognize her as a good wrestler. That's why she's still there. But when the opportunity comes, I think she's going to take the position and take whatever she's get thrown at her. So that's my take on that. And what else before we end this episode out?
Okay. So what be honest, what is your opinion on when the whole CM Punk and Jeff Hardy storyline was going? Do you think he went too far, or or do you think he went too far, or do you think he should have said that period? Mm,
Well, during that time zone, I ain't gonna lie to you. I paid attention to some of the stuff that was happening, but if I go back, we can actually we will do that too. We'll go back to old wrestling stuff. During that time, honestly, this is during when I was extremely watching TNA during that time. So I was into TNA more during that time. I seen a little bit of the feud. It was like when I seen that, it was like they going too far because it's a real situation Jeff Hardy had. He had a little situation problem, whatever. But yeah, during that time, honestly, I was watching TNA. It was all about AJ Styles. It was all about Samoa Joe. TNA TNA years through 2008 through 2011 was all TNA. They was like unstoppable. It was a must see. It was a must see. Then they brought RVD there, a must see TV. It was like when they brought RVD there, then Shawn Michaels retired. It was like it wasn't game over for WWE, but it was like, damn, who's gonna entertain? Who's gonna help the wrestlers be entertained? You know, it's all not all about winning. It's all about who is gonna help the wrestlers to be more entertaining. So when Shawn Michaels retired, it was like I was looking at other federations like New Japan Pro Wrestling when I could and TNA. But during that time, that feud, I looked at that. I think it was a good feud. Jeff Hardy was good. They was basically, training the belt amongst each other. They took it to the extreme with the storyline. I think the storyline wasn't bad. It was just like it was taken to the extreme. That's all. I don't think it was bad. I think it was just something that Jeff Hardy had to agree on too, or otherwise you say I'm not doing the story. Not doing the story. I'm not doing it. But he agreed on it because maybe it was something he was dealing with too that was more realistic that brought him to his attention that maybe he really needed help. So storylines are sometimes evolved with your real life to help you, or it can damage you. In interviews, we never heard Jeff Hardy bash the storyline. All we heard was good things about when he talks about the storyline when he gets interviewed, or having, a bunch of you know, situation where he being having his like little segments where he being interviewed on his documentaries and all this stuff. So to me, I think it was a good storyline with CM Punk and Jeff Hardy. It just went to the extreme because there's people out there that were similar situations that probably took offense to it. But that brings good heat to the person and that makes you be more into it and it got you more into it with the emotions. And that's what WWE is all about. Bringing you and your emotions into it even more and make you feel the type of way. That's why it was entertaining and that's why they did it for you to be having your emotions brought into it even more. Otherwise, if it didn't, your emotions wouldn't got involved and you wouldn't have cared about it. But you cared about it, made it a good thing and a good story. But yeah, that was episode 7, man. I know you got something to say, but I'm gonna close it out with this. I'm gonna let you say what you have. This was episode 7, SummerSlam, CLW podcast. Make sure you hit that like button, share button, subscribe. Tune in to the most underrated channel on YouTube today and Facebook and Twitch. If you don't have me on Facebook, add me. If you don't have me on Twitch, add me. It's the same name, Game Legend 100. Make sure you hit that bell button so you get notifications when we go live or when we upload exclusive videos. It could be Japanese, English, old school, new school games will be broadcasted on this channel. Make sure you tune into CLW Podcast episode 8 next week. Tune in to Super Dragon Ball Legends episode 5 will be uploaded soon. And Ghetto Reviews episode 3 will upload it soon as well. Make sure you hit that like button once again. Subscribe, support this CLW podcast, one of a kind right here too as well. Nobody else is doing it like we doing it. Nobody else is doing this. I haven't seen it yet. We're about to be on episode 8. So make sure you hit that like button, share, and subscribe, man. It's one of a kind channel here. I'm gonna let baby girl close it out. And peace and blessings. And make sure you support this channel. Hit the Cash App, money sign legend one man. And you can hit the PayPal, paypal.me/certified legends, certified legend. So yeah, that's that. There you go.
Even though I know your answer to this, who's the favorite wrestler of all time in the women's division? Even though I know the answer, even I know the answer to this. As soon as you answer this, I'm leaving.
Favorite wrestler, women's wrestler of all time. You see, when it comes to all time and not now, it's that's something to really think about because there's a lot of wrestlers. We got to go back to all the way to the 60s. Got to go back all the way to the 70s, 80s, 90s. Alondra Blaze used to be fire. Like that's probably the first women's wrestler I got to really see when I was 7 or 8 years old in person. So that was like really interesting. Like the way she maneuvers, going off the top rope, jumping off the top rope, power bombs. I never seen a woman wrestler do that before, so that was interesting to see. But and then you have China. China revolutionized the women's division like never before. She was the first women's men's intercontinental champion, and she probably possibility if she stayed there longer, she could have been heavyweight champion of all time. First women's heavyweight men's champion of all time. She could pull it off. She was fighting men. Then you got Jacqueline fighting men. All these wrestlers fighting men. Lita fighting men before she came to WWE. She was fighting men, and the ECW fighting men. So it's like these one wrestlers revolutionized in many ways, especially some of the wrestlers in the 80s that I need to mention that I forgot about. But it's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. But when it comes to now, it's like you just have to come to realization that now that everybody's retired and all of that, that everybody is, we just got to give it up to, who, especially, oh, that you mentioned that before we end this podcast out, salute to Ric Flair for his last match he had yesterday. He had his last match yesterday, his final match. The Undertaker, Bret Hart, Mick Foley was there. Everybody was there to support him. That was really good look. So, heard the match was okay. He did his thing for his age, and salute to him. And you know what else to salute? We want to give a salute to the greatest women's wrestler today. Woo! Charlotte Flair, the one of the greatest women's wrestlers today. Charlotte Flair, we're gonna give it up to us. We can't wait till your comeback. It's gonna be legendary. It's gonna be legendary. It's gonna be legendary. She's working out good. She's getting that Brock Lesnar's muscles. So now she's gonna be power bombing wrestlers. She's gonna be doing a whole bunch of things that she's never been done, and she's gonna be even more of a better wrestler. She's gonna be athletic, powerful, strong. She's already good on the mic. She's legendary. 15-time world heavyweight champion, going 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 before she retired. So that's the woman's best wrestler today. I'm going to keep standing on it. Make sure you hit that like button, share button, subscribe. Thought she was leaving. And hit that bell button. Salute to everybody wants to support the page, man. And blessings to everybody, man. We out here. See you next week.
Yeah, we don't care about your comeback at all. We don't care about your comeback. We don't care where you're coming back. Stay home.
Enjoy life. Enjoy your marriage and come back very strong
No,
as you are.
don't come back at all. You come back, Ronda Rousey will take you down like she did before.
We out here. Peace.